So this video is going to be a little bit different than normal ones. So we're not doing a how-to guide or anything. I've got my mate Sam down.
Morning.
We met on one of the MX5 tours, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've had some good drives.
I googled, I found you, and
there you go. I'm a little bit worried what you find when you Google me, but there we go. So yeah, this weekend we're basically going to see how many things we can get done on his car in a day. So we've got a few bits here. Talk us through what you've got, Sam.
So one of the first things, I can't afford a turbo right now, so Nick said go in between. So I've got a brand new manifold for it.
Nice. That's good.
We're going to swap out the engine oil, the diff oil and the gearbox oil.
Yeah.
We're going to replace the oil filter and the air filter.
Yeah.
We're going to attempt to wax the seal as well, just as a slight preventative. And
you got new lights?
I got new lights. I saw Nick's lights on his video and I loved them. He didn't like the smoky lenses, he wanted the clear ones, so I thought why not, let's just swap over.
So I've now got, you see my car out there, I've now got the clear lenses on the clear versions. We're going to put the smokes on Sam's, which I think will look really good against the white.
It should do.
And against the brown dirt. I think that'll look really good. Yeah, so like you said, we're going to try and do, it's your first preventative stuff, isn't it? You haven't done
Pretty much. I've stayed away from underneath at the minute, just because there's loads of other stuff to do on the car. But
yours is quite new as well, so hopefully it's in pretty good condition.
Yeah, I'm hoping. The previous owner used to have it down in Oxfordshire, so not near the coast, so less salt. So
that's up from me.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot to do, a day to do it, and we're just going to see how much we can get done. So let's see how it goes. So first job, because we want to be tarty rather than doing the manifold, putting that off, doing the lights. So you said you undid it?
Yep, so we've undone it. So if you ever change your lights, it's going to be a 10mm spanner.
Yep.
3 bolts on the back to hold it in.
Wicked. Yeah. Teamwork.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yep. We'll get there.
Go. Done.
Right, it's your car. Go on, just pull them out. It should pop out. There's a little clip, I think. Just push. Push out straight. There is a little prong you don't want to break. There we go. That was easy.
Look at that.
The fauna.
Filth that is. When you clean your car, do it properly, guys.
So yeah, we need to clean around here. So cleaned up all in the inside, just a little bit of a clean up. Sam's getting his new light out. So I made them look new again for you because I put the wrapping on.
He's put the wrapping back on me as if they're brand new and they've never been fitted.
Yeah. One careful owner.
Yeah, very careful owner.
I'll take that wrapping off, bud. Ta-da!
I think Nick had to do this all by himself.
Right, we've got the leads all through. It'll pull up with the screws.
Yeah.
That looks pretty cool. You've got to stand back. Every 5 minutes you have to stand back.
Yeah, it does look cool.
Yeah. On the white.
I wasn't sure about the smoke, but actually,
yeah,
that's cool.
Sweet. Next. Even goes alright against the brown. So we've got both rear lights in, everything's working, so we're doing the reverse on both sides, fog on both sides, but they look really good on a white car. It's funny how they flash because they're LEDs on the screen, but they're actually solid on the car. So that's one job done. What that, 10 minutes, Sam?
Yep.
Sweet. So we're putting off doing the manifold. So
For like 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I've already had a go at him for the state of his engine bay. Look at it. I don't think I've seen a dirtier engine bay than this on a 2013 car.
Do you know the reason why?
Because you're a filthy boy.
That's what my mum says.
Right, so we're going to do an air filter change. So obviously this box, there's a cold air intake that comes in for the front. So the Mazda is actually a very good air box. So yeah, you've got to now try and get that out. I think you have to undo this clip. Or do you just slide it forward? Does it move forward? Oh, hello. Pretty forward leg wrap. Yes. See, you just need 2 idiots and you can change the filter. Look how spanky that one is. Yeah, you get the leaf out. Is that the right way around? I don't know if there is a right way around. No, it looks like... It's got a tab which looks like it goes here.
Yeah.
So, no. Get it.
Oh, sweet.
Alright. Enough for you. There you go, absolutely painless.
Two professionals
Two
doing it.
professionals. Right, another job done. That's good. So we can't put the manifold off any longer. So this is the standard manifold. This is your heat shield. First thing you need to get off is this heat shield. I'm not going to do step by steps because there's other videos. We're just showing what we can try and do in a day. So we're going to try and get that heat shield off. See you in about 40 minutes when we've achieved that. So we've managed to get the heat shield off. We did that. People have done this bolt from the top. That seems to be quite a lot harder. We did it from inside the wheel arch. Did it from underneath. This one was a lot harder. We actually did do that from the top. Then there was one at the back, and now Sam is attempting to take out the 6 rusty bolts into the manifold that are going to snap. You've got one out.
I got two.
You got 2 out. Oh, he's doing well. So that's a little update. It's filthy. It's a little update. It's filthy. Right, it's 12:15, and we have achieved rear lights, filter, and we've just got the manifold out. And yes, it is a little bit of a pain. Not as bad as
we thought.
scaremongering had said, but you do need the hammer.
And you do need to remove the lower sensor as well.
Yes, remove the lower lambda sensor, otherwise you won't get it through. A little bit of hammering from the bottom.
Gets caught on the lower engine block.
Yeah, don't take your clip off here because you don't want to snap that off.
Otherwise you need a whole new cover on top.
You do need a whole new cover for one of those, you can't just buy it. So that's not bad, so that's a morning. Clean it up, get the new one in.
Get the new seal on, get it in.
Yeah, sounds easy, doesn't
The
it?
bracing underneath.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Sweet. We had to show the manifold going on. So it fits in the 2 bolts down below on the bracket on the side of the block, and then put the gasket on that came with it. And it's really shiny, so you know that's obviously amazing.
A benefit.
We think 20 brake horsepower just for the shininess. I think so. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be at least 380 horsepower minus 100.
Car would take a part of that.
Probably, but it looks good. Shiny. So another update. We have got the manifold fully installed now, so we'll do an hour and 10 minutes.
Around 10, yeah.
So we've done that. We put the shield back on, the waterline back in. As you can see, as we've been going, I've been cleaning the engine bay.
Kindly cleaned the engine bay for me. Doing a proper
Oh my
job.
God, white is annoying. But yes, it actually looks like a 2013 car, not something from horror movies. That's all good. What are we doing next?
Let's look at doing oil change maybe.
Ooh, oil change. Yeah, we got all the braces off at the bottom, so it'd be easier to get
anyway.
to it. So yeah, we need to drain the oil while it's jacked up this side.
Yep.
So let's crack on, oil change. So one of the reasons Sam is here, I'm not saying I'm a guru or anything, but I've obviously done my fair share of car maintenance and just trying to show Sam how to do some basic stuff in his car because he wants to work on it. So we're going to do an oil change. Obviously it's jacked up this side to get to it. What we'll do is once we get the pan underneath and we get it undone, the best thing to do is actually let the jack down after the majority's come out so you can drain the pan out.
Side, yeah.
So adjustable spanner's easy enough. Get onto your... So what you're going to get is just the thing. So the drain is here.
Okay.
So on the side of the sump here. And what happens when you've got pressure first, it will shoot quite far out. It won't just come down. So you want to kind of have it like that. Yeah, otherwise many a time I've completely cut that up.
Okay, this will be interesting.
So go under there and I say crack it off, but that just sounds wrong. I've said it now.
It's too late.
I'm going to go with it. There you go, not too bad. That didn't come out with too much ferocity. So that will drain most of it. And then, like I said, what we do is we let the jack down now. So if you get onto your jack,
there's a hole in the front of the car now.
yeah,
Not ideal.
there's a hole in the radiator,
Yeah.
but we've changed the oil. Be really slow with this. Now remember, if it starts coming down too quick, just do it up straight away. Use your left one, mate. Oh, there we go. Right, so just slow it up. Oh, it's not there. Perfect. Right, so just drawing it, let that drip until it's all drained out.
Is it literally a case of just you're joining the old shit and just putting new shit in?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but obviously if you've got the sump at the bottom and it's flat and you're angling up like this, you're always going to have that little bit of oil, so we just want to get most of it out. And that's what we do. So what we're going to do is we're going to drain that. You've got your new copper washers put on.
Yep.
So you're going to put a copper washer on your drain plug, and then we'll put that back in and do it up, and then we'll go to the other side to do the oil filter.
Okay.
The oil stopped dripping, and we're just about to put the drain plug in with a new washer. So Sam, if you want to just take a little bit of rag with you and just wipe it as you try and get it as clean as possible on the face of the sump, and crack on with that. So that'll be the oil drained, and then we need to swap over to the, well, what we're going to do while we're here is we're going to put some cavity wax in, so we'll show you that in a second as well. So that is one of our jobs today.
Born ready.
Okay, so while we're here, we're going to be putting in some cavity wax. So this is Built Harbour S50, I believe. So you get a lance with it, so you get a long lance, and it's a 360 nozzle. So basically the lance is like this and it sprays out sideways at 360. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it in, so we've pulled this panel forward. There's a couple of cavity points there, so we've pulled out the grommet. So Sam's going to push it all the way in. So all the way, so as far as you can get, and then start to pressing, and then just start pulling it back slowly, and then you're doing it basically. A bit faster. You're spraying, so a bit faster out. Yep, that's good. Nice and steady. It's quite thin, so it should creep into most nooks and crannies. He said nooks and grannies, but that's different. It's a lovely brown colour. There you go, buddy. There you go. So you've obviously, the lance is that long, so you know you've got all the way into your cavity from there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to have a look. I can't remember if there's any points along the sill, but we're going to go in from the back as well when we take that wheel off to look at the shocks. So we're going to try and get in from both sides. There are other areas we can do in here, but because just how much can we get done today? So that's really good. So that's a nice bit of protection gone into the cavity. So we went into this one on the outer sill, but we also wanted to get into the chassis leg. So we've gone in through this hole here, pushed the lance all the way in, and that'll be the chassis leg, and then we sprayed in there as well. So that's again a good bit of protection while you're here. Doesn't take very long, and it's like the bare minimum you can do. So we're just about to get the oil filter out. So we've drained the oil, we've put the new plug back in. This is one of the best tools I've ever bought, really cheap, US Pro with grippers, and this is how to get a oil filter out, really good. So far it's never failed, so let's see if it does this time. So, because it's Sam's car, Sam gets to go under the car. Woo. So it basically just goes round the oil filter, turn it and it will grip, and then hopefully when we put the ratchet on we get success.
Am I going to get oil in my face?
Oh yeah, that's that as well. Right. So Sam's trying the new tool. Let's see if a novice in no bad way can use it. I reckon if he uses his left arm, because his left arm's the strongest, he says. Don't know why. We'll leave that to the imagination. Is it working?
Yep.
Wicked. Success. Yeah, hopefully just spin it off your hand and just let it fall into the tray. That's fine. Or if it doesn't fall in, great. I'll just pass it to me. Yeah, let that fall into the tray. I will go and get some. There's a black rag that you can just get the excess off on. So just clean off the mating faces with a piece of tissue. Sam has done the right thing and he took my advice. So if you go on eBay and you buy Castrol Magnatech 5W30 A5, because it's the Ford engine, this is a Ford Mazda engine, and you get 5 litres instead of 4 litres for the same price like you do in Halfords. So you can get 5 litres, whole litre free. Why wouldn't you? So you get your new filter, and this people have got lots of different opinions on this. This is my opinion. Been doing cars for 20 years. I would fill the filter, so the filter is pretty much full. I would get a tiny bit of oil on your finger and just run it around the lip of the seal so it doesn't snag. And then when you're doing the filter up, all you need to do it up to is just hard hand tight. You don't need to use any tools. Right, that'll do. A little bit of oil. Spin it around just to lubricate the seal slightly. Keep it upright. Spin that onto your... Oh, it's spilling. You can tell when Sam's concentrating because he doesn't talk very much.
I don't.
We went for a high quality Crosslands filter. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm just trying to take the mickey out of Sam because he forgot to get one. So we went to Halfords, and this is the high quality filters that they stock. I'm sure it's made in Russia or something. Done. Is that you did it out quite?
They make me dumb.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. So nice hand tight, don't need anything else on it, otherwise you'll never get it off. That should be all good. So that is the oil filter done. So it is just gone 2 o'clock, so not doing too badly, about 2:15. We are now on to gearbox oil changing. I have used and would recommend Muttle Gear 300. It is GL4 and GL5 spec, so it can go in the gearbox and the diff. So 2 litres, roughly 2 litres of gearbox, 1 litre for the diff. We're now undoing the diff fill, so always check the fill can be undone before you do the drain, because if you drain it all out and then can't fill it, you're in a bit of a problem. Sam, it came undone?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So now you want to just ease off the drain plug and put a tray underneath. So Sam was able to undo the fill, so we know that's fine. So we're now going to undo the drain. We've got a tray ready, drain all that oil out, and then we'll be ready to fill it up. So yeah, 2:15, we're doing really well as the day goes on. So like I said, we've got this one day to get all these jobs done, and we've got the manifold done, which is an absolute, you know, that went quite well, didn't it?
It did go quite well.
Yeah, so we're liking that. So still pressing on. Let's get this all done. So this is the gearbox drain plug. So when you're looking at it, there can be quite a lot of build up, and that's got quite a lot. So some of the spiky stuff can look really scary, but as long as it's kind of, it goes into a paste, that's just normal wear and tear. So you just wipe it off. But if you find chunks of metal or anything like that, then that's a sign that bad things are happening. So this is just, it's just a fine, that all comes off. But it does look like that oil probably has not been changed for a while. Is this the new washer on here?
No. I was yet to do it.
I stole it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right under that.
That's where I belong now.
That's all cleaned up. There you go. So we've put the drain plug back in with a new washer, so we've done that. So now we've got to top it off. So the quickest way to obviously get oil out of a bottle is to stick the nozzle of the bottle in, squeeze the bottle. But a lot of time you can get a bit out that way, maybe up to half a bottle. Then you're left with half a bottle because you can't get it high enough, you can't squeeze it in. So that's when a syringe comes into it. So try and get as much as you can in with the bottle, and then as soon as you can't, then obviously take the lid off the bottle, syringe it out, and then squeeze it into the top fill hole. What you're looking to do is to keep putting it in until it starts to weep out of the top hole, and that indicates that it's full. So luckily today Sam is the one under the car enjoying himself. I'm just sitting here on my bum narrating, so it's all good. So Sam, here is your first bottle. So try and squeeze in as much as you can, if at all possible.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay, so what what we're going to do then is we'll go straight to the syringe trick, shall we? Syringe the oil out. Start moving it. There we go. Go slowly, otherwise it doesn't seem to work. That's about all my syringe likes to get now. And then what you're doing is pushing that into the top hole, getting it all over yourself in the process. and squirting it in. And this is 2 litres, so it's going to take a while. Sam's really enjoying himself down there, aren't you, Sam?
Absolutely loving it.
It's taking a long time, isn't it?
There's more oil on me than there is in the gearbox.
We haven't even got through one yet. There's another one over there, but let's keep going. So Sam was pushing along underneath, putting the rear braces back on. I thought it was a good time to whack some engine oil in while he's doing that. So we're going to whack in some of this Magna. As I said before, it's 530. But the A5, which is the correct spec. So this is going to take quite a long time, pouring through this tiny funnel. So again, not particularly interesting viewing, so you're probably just going to skip this. So we're just about to start it, we've got the oil in. We're going to see if it throws some warning lights because of the cat. So we just whipped the car around, everything's looking good at the front end, so that's good. So what we're going to do at the back is, one of the things, Sam's got Mazda Sportives on the back, and up until the recent new Mazdas, one of the issues has been rear travel, and you can bottom out and hit the bump stops quite easily. So even though he hasn't got any damping control on these because they're the Sportives, what we can do is you've got 2 adjustments. So you've got the bottom adjustment, which is ride height, so it just sets ride height, and then the top one is the preload on the spring. So what you can do is you can increase the preload, so do it up on the spring, so tighten up the spring, and that actually gives you a little bit more firmness to try and stop the bump hitting the bump stops. That's what we're going to try and do. While we're doing it, we're going to take off the inner guard at the front, and we're going to spray wax in from the rear of the seal. So we've done the front, we've done the middle, and now we're going to do the back end of it. So I think that's, and the diff oil, and we're going to do diff oil as well. So I have no idea what the time is now. Let's see if I can know. It is 5 to 4. We're still going. We've been going all day. Let's see how much we can get done. So these are the Mazda Sportives. You have 2 adjustments here. So this inner collar that's threaded threads into this base, and what you do to increase the ride height, so just the ride height, is you undo that and you thread this in and out of that bottom base to change the ride height. You then have these collars, which has a locking one to the top one as well, and this is your preload onto your spring. So it's not always the best way of doing it, but it's the only option we have on this, is to actually put more preload. So if this is acting a little bit too soft and it's bumping out on big dips or whatever, then you can do these up, putting more preload on the spring, so the spring gets kind of tauter basically, and it holds it up more. It's not the best technical explanation, but that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to undo these ones, and we're going to measure how far these 2 are apart now, and then we're going to increase it by a set amount, and then we're going to do it the same on the other side, and hopefully it will balance out. But that's what we're going to try and do, to try and stop it bottoming out. What they've done on the new ones, I've forgotten what the new name is, but they brought out a middle Mazda, which is between the Sportive and the CRD, and I'm told that they've redesigned the shock somehow to give more travel at the rear, which obviously helps out. So we're going to crack on with that. So that's one job we need to do, this side and that side, and get that done. So looking at the rear arch, I've pulled the felt forward. A little bit of surface rust here, it's nothing too bad. This is a 2013 car, so it shouldn't be too bad. There's a little bit on the edge of these arches as well, but if it's treated fairly quickly, then it will be absolutely fine. So what we've done is I've pulled off the 2 bungs, one there, one there. They are 2 different cavities because I put a screwdriver in there and you hit a wall between the 2. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to chuck in the lance from the wax, and we're going to do exactly what we did at the front, and we're going to put wax all in there to try, because this is one of the main areas that you have issues. You rust out in this rear corner, really common. So let's try and get some protection in there. Sam is under the car again. He's just changed out the rear diff oil. So exactly the same process as the gearbox. Make sure the fill opens at the top, and then once you've done that, drain it all out. Fill it up with the same Mutal Gear 300. All nicely changed. I've put seal wax in the back end there. We literally got to do the other side over here with the seal. That's all we've got to do now, isn't it? The seal?
Yep.
Wicked. So we are nearly done. The sun is starting to go down on this March day, and we have drained a lot of oil. So yeah, it's going well.
Sorted.
Nearly. Nearly.
Done.
So, end of the day, it's 5:30 on a Saturday, full day's work.
Proper days.
The car has been cleaned. That normally means, that signals that all the jobs are complete.
Yep.
So what did we get done?
So what do? We changed the air filter.
Yeah.
We changed...
Manifold was a big one.
Manifold was a big one.
Big learning day for you, wasn't it? Really?
Rough,
You know, I was helping you, but you were doing most of your jobs, so Sam was cracking on. You've done oil changes, filter change.
Yeah, so we've done the gearbox, we've done the engine, and we've done the diff.
And the diff, yeah.
All changed, all fresh.
We put some preload on the rear shocks.
Yeah, so hopefully we won't hit the bump stops now.
Hopefully. I haven't looked at how high it is.
No.
And we've done wax.
Front and back.
Front and back and middle.
Yeah.
So all those seals
Off
are done.
pan as well.
That was good, wasn't it? And we were being liberal.
Proper, yeah, so we could probably do that.
We've cleaned the sticky off your lights. That was a big one.
No more French sticky
yeah.
anymore.
That's all good.
Yeah.
I think it's gone really well.
Lights.
We've cleaned the engine bay.
And
We can't see it, but the engine bay.
Yeah, I know.
This is my pièce de résistance. So I don't know if you can see it, but from how we started, look at this.
How clean that is. Fresh.
That's pretty nice. It was a proper 10 years worth of grime in there, wasn't there? So cleaned all that. You can obviously see the manifold, lovely. We also did the rear lights.
Yeah, we done.
First thing we did was the rear lights. Yeah, like you said, the filter. So everything, all really good. It's gone really well. So out of a whole day, that's a lot to get done.
That's a hell of a lot to get done.
So it's worth coming, wasn't it?
It's worth coming, yeah.
That's why we're friends. Sam's just using me, but it's fine.
That's right. That's right, guys. If you need any work done, just come down to Nick's. Nick's garage.
I'll be out.
The tools, yeah.
So we go to the pub now.
Yeah, let's go to
Let's go to the pub.
Let's
See
go
you guys.
Cheers, guys.